Check it out. Now, holy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why we had to wait until 101 got locked up to figure out the meaning of pushing P? No, ladies and gentlemen, this time around, and yes, Gunna's talking from jail, he didn't tell us that pushing P means player. He defined pushing P as power, prayer, progress, passion, productivity, praise, precision, peace, prosperity, patience, pride, and persistence. God damn it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Everybody get a little bit spiritual when behind the bars, and I could see why, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, 101 wrote a 2-page letter to the public to basically let them know that he is unfairly charged. He ain't do a crime, and to be honest, they are charging him for his craft. Remember, Thug just said black art is under attack. Now, this is what the letter said. I'll read it for you. It says, 2022 has been one of the best years of my life, despite this difficult situation. This year, I had the whole world pushing P. Growing up where I'm from, in a marginalized neighborhood, I never dreamt my art would change my life and the lives of my loved ones. My entire life, I've seen black men and black women and black children constantly attacked, hated, murdered, berated, belittled, silenced, judged, used, and held captive. I used my art form, my gift from God, to change my circumstances. I worked, I honed my craft, I empowered black women in my industry. I worked, I lived in the recording studio, I worked, I lived on the road, I worked. I worked every day to show God how grateful I am for my gift, for my art, for my life, and to be able to provide for my loved ones. For now, I don't got my freedom, but I am innocent, and I'm being falsely accused and will never stop fighting to clear my name. This picture that's been painted of me is ugly and untrue. My fans know I love to celebrate life. I love my family. I love travel. I love music. I love my fans. I have faith that God will grant me justice for the purity in my heart and the innocence of my actions. As a black man in America, it seems as though my art is only acceptable when I'm a source of entertainment for the masses. My art is not allowed to stand alone as entertainment. I am not allowed that freedom as a black man in America. It is a sad reality that slavery is still alive in America today, and it's still affecting my people in 12 states. More than half of the prison population is black. One of the states is Georgia. Nothing will stop me from chasing my dreams. I won't stop being a good person, even if some unnamed and some unknown accusers want the world to see me as a bad person. When I was free, I was good and kind to the community around me. And when I'm released, I will do the same thing all over again. We're pushing P, and that's when he defined it. Now, let me just tell you this, okay? Number one, and I feel like an asshole saying this, but we gotta stop this whole narrative that people are only getting charged for their art. Now, let me tell you why you're getting charged. And by the way, let me just put this out into the atmosphere. If I rap saying I'm a killer, I don't get charged. If I rap saying I'm a killer and actually do killing, you will get charged. Your art doesn't make you exempt from things that it seems like your art is saying. Actually, your art's probably going to help contextualize. For example, one of the things that they're pointing out, according to lyrics, they're saying that either Thug or Gunna was rapping about, they're riding in the car and there's shooters in the back. One of the cases or one of the situations that's added into this RICO case, there's a traffic stop where there had a bunch of shooters in a separate car, or alleged shooters in a separate car that got pulled over with all type of guns, and then Thug and Gunna was in a car in front of them. It matched the lyrics. When they're looking at you, remember, you're saying your art is your music. You have slat tatted on your hand. Also in line with a bunch of other people in what they're calling a gang. They're looking at y'all, at how y'all talk, y'all lingo, who y'all hang out with. And these things, unfortunately, birds of a feather flock together is a common philosophy that people use to judge hoes. And also the state is going to use to judge people who are involved in crime. If you're hanging out with people who seem to be all in a gang, and if you're hanging out while they're doing quote unquote gang-ish, you're probably in said gang. Like, they're going to make these type of associations. Again, it's not the lyrics. They're actually talking about the crimes. Now, the RICO case is a very complex case. The real reason this RICO came down is somebody who they believe is in a gang that identifies with Thug and Gunna shot a cop, also killed a couple of people, and that was a different guy who allegedly did that. That's why they're saying they had to take down the entire gang. Okay? I get what Gunna is trying to say, but he has a better chance of convincing a judge. And I don't think he's going to do that. I think him and Thugger will not go to trial, and they will actually take pleas, right? But you don't need to convince us. We get what it is. Like, we ain't charging you, it's the cops. No petition is going to change it. We already see the DA, they're making their stance in, yo, we're getting threatened, but we're going to keep going with what we got to do. The point of everything is this. And by the way, do I think the case against Gunna is weak? Yes. Could he possibly take it to trial and possibly have a favorable outcome? Perhaps. But in reality, the reason why these guys are charged is because of actual crimes, because of associating, because of being with and repping organizations that they believe is congruent with actual gang stuff, okay? Let me put some more context on this. I know y'all just trying to say YSL is a record label, but they got text messages where they're saying Thug is telling everybody, somebody, like, soldiers gotta fall. Like, come on now. That's not how you talk about music. That's not how you talk about music with another person who they believe was another gang leader. When you're talking about people gotta die, and this is out, by the way, all these things are evidence outside of music. They got text messages, phone calls. They have all type of communications where basically it sounds like a gang leader is talking to another gang leader. That's one of the reasons they've categorized y'all as a gang, and that's one of the reasons why they have chose to lock y'all up. If hip-hop was under attack, trust me, I would be one of its most staunch defenders, but I just don't think this is the case. For Gunna, it might be a situation where you lean into the lifestyle a little bit more. And by the way, maybe that's all they're guilty of, right? Because put it like this, it's like 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine, you know, for what most people think about is like, well, he wasn't really like a gang member at first. But then if you ever follow that trial, by the time they locked him up, 6ix9ine was leaning into it. Before, they were like, yo, he showed up to a video shoot, they just gave everybody red rags. That's how Gunna got started. By the end of the case, 6ix9ine was caught on video basically saying, yo, I got a 30-pack on that dude's head. That's making a hit. So again, maybe their only mistake is leaning into the lifestyle of what they're rapping about. But what I could say is I don't believe they're only here because of the raps. You guys help me make sense of this, all right? Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like them, subscribe. Do you think Gunna and them are just trying to wait for them to get out? Or do you think they have a legit point? Let me know in the comment section. Your boy Akademiks. I'm out.